Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to sit with you mamas and talk about the habits I no longer do. If you'd like to hear more, let's get started. Hey you, did you hit that play button for the very first time? Well, welcome to the channel. I'm Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where I talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And today is a very extra special day, an extra special video, because it is a collab video with my girl, Torrie, from Oglesby Ohana. And if you have been in the homeschooling space for the past year, whether on social media or here on YouTube, then you have heard of her, you have watched her videos, you're probably already a subscriber, but she is such a powerhouse, so bold, and I am so honored and privileged to work alongside her in this space, as well as just seeing the imprint that she is making in homeschool. And so after this video, please go to my bottom bar, look in the description, you'll check out her information and you can see her video today as well. All right, y'all, I'm gonna dive right in. I've got a list here. You might see me look down a little bit because I had to do some inventory when this topic came up to really sit and figure out what is the things I no longer do. What are habits that I've removed from my life? I had to ask my husband and my kids, and you know, that's just a testament of how much I've grown, and I am so grateful for that. I'm grateful to have this time of reflection on these things, and so I'm excited to share it with you. So the very first one, the habit that I no longer do or that I've removed from my life is the habit of comparison. Yes, that is a heavy one, y'all. I think if you are a mother, then you understand that as a new mom or even in homeschool, it is very easy to fall into the habit of comparison. You're very impressionable, you're walking through uncharted territory, and you're just automatically looking for support, and you're looking for someone to kind of tell you, am I doing this right? And so I naturally did the same. And I recognized that was not only just stealing my joy, but when I it's one thing to be influenced, it's another to live your life feeling inadequate. And the more you start to compare, that's exactly what ends up happening. And so I had to really check myself and say, you know, you're strong-willed, you are bold as well, you need to be confident that you are the best mama, the best advocate, the best educator for your children. And when I started to really believe those things over myself and speak those words over myself, I no longer lived in this bubble of habits of comparison. All right, y'all. So number 2, I have removed the habit of creating a designated time for homeschool. I'm a type A naturally, but the beginning of my first year of homeschool, I was like, we've got our morning routine, we start school at 9, Like I had to have a schedule, and I recognized that brought on the big ugly A word of anxiety. It brought anxiety to my kids. It brought anxiety mostly on myself because I was creating unrealistic expectations for myself to make sure that I always had to be up before the kids. I always have to have everything set out and ready to go. I need to be on it. And who am I turning on for? And that is where I had to start asking those questions and recognizing that it can become toxic for myself. And so I had to say, you know what, whether we do school at 9:30 every day, or if we decide that today we're taking school off, or we are going to do school starting at 11 or after lunch, and we're going to designate that time for learning, that is okay. Giving myself permission to do what is best for me and my children. So that is number 2. Number 3, I have removed the habit of oversharing. So I might step on some people's toes with that one, but I stand by it, and I'm so glad I do not live in that space. But it is a mental shift to really say, I'm not going to overshare. I think when you are in a space of anything that you're doing, if you're on this platform as well and you love doing YouTube, or you are really loving and going with social media and sharing your life, to really filter that and recognize what is it that you're doing it for, what is your why, and how is that serving you, is some of the questions I had to ask myself. I think when you're first starting out, you just want to share everything. You want to share as much as possible, and especially if you get feedback and people are communing with you, you feel a responsibility to continue to do that. But my first priority and responsibility is myself and my children. And that is where I start from. And so I automatically that was a habit I think I got rid of very quickly through this journey of homeschool and just motherhood as well, is just not oversharing. So I'm the type that I will share when I want to share. I will video record my kids while they're doing a certain activity and wanting to share that maybe for the day. But I don't spend my day just constantly keeping my kids under a microscope of a camera, and recognizing that that can also affect them as much as it affects me, of feeling that I need to do it because I'm supposed to. And so I had to remove that habit of, I share what I share. I'm not going to overshare. And if I skip a couple of days, I might piss off an algorithm. I might also piss off some mamas who want me to share more, but I have to do what's best for me and my kids. And so I don't do that anymore. I have, let me turn the page. There we go. Then number 4, I no longer do or have the habit to do of being perfect. I removed that habit of trying to be perfect for everyone. It's more me than anything. I am a perfectionist naturally. If you've known me a long time, then you know that presentation is everything. I love all the details of things, and I see all the details of things, but I recognize that I'm not perfect. My children are not perfect. My world is not perfect. My space is not perfect. I am just an imperfect human being just trying to live out her purpose. And when I can truly believe that, not just say it, but believe it, is when everything changes. And so I had to remove that habit, the habit of, I need to have the perfect homeschooling space. I need to have the perfect homeschooled child. I have to be the perfect mom. I got to have the right voice, the right cadence, the right attitude towards everything every day. It's not real. That's not a possibility. But we will lie to ourselves and make ourselves believe what we want to believe. And so I needed to stop lying to myself. I removed that. That's another one. I removed the habit of lying to myself that I needed to be what I'm not supposed to be. That's like a sub to my habit of perfection. And so, yeah, those are the habits, guys, that I no longer do. I no longer compare. I no longer overshare. I no longer designate. And I no longer need to be perfect. And so I hope this has encouraged you and empowered you to really think about the habits that you no longer do, but also the habits that you may want to shed. And again, this is a collab video, so please head on over to Miss Torrie over on Oglesby Ohana and check out her video today. I'm so thankful that you sat with me today. Give this video a warm thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, y'all have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.